I'm here with Nicki Poer in the Parish Theater lobby to talk about the Magical Adventures of Merlin, which is coming up in just a few short weeks.
Yes.
Could you talk a little bit about what the plot of this musical is?
Merlin and Arthur meet as teenagers. Merlin the sorcerer, Arthur the future king and creator of Knights of the Round Table. Arthur is hiding from an evil sorceress who is trying to stop him from getting the sword out of the stone.
And the style of our particular production?
This is a medieval fantasy musical, and it takes place in the 5th or 6th century BC. It's magic is real in this world, so it's not real in our world, but it's real back then, and so to us it seems fantastical and magical, but it is real and realistic in this world. And the world that you and the designers are creating for this particular production, can you talk a little bit about that? It's really cool and magical. It takes place in 3 separate locations. Merlin's classroom, where he is practicing his magic while his chief master sorcerer is away. Then we have a town square where the sword is in the stone,
right
there in the middle. And then a forest where primarily the play takes place in the forest as they go on their journey to get back to that stone. And all 3 of the worlds blend out from the stage onto the floor together around a magical lake.
So you've mentioned magic. I'm assuming that there are some unique crew opportunities?
The crews will have the opportunity to create some magic tricks on the set. There'll be some costumey magic tricks that the costume crew has to deal with. Special effects crew will be dealing with mist and magic tricks and things like that, along with our this scenery build crew and some of the run crews that we normally have with our youth productions.
And you mentioned the 2 of the characters, Merlin and Arthur.
Yes.
And the sorcerer, Morgana, is that?
Morgana or the sorceress,
okay,
yes.
Sorceress. Could you talk about the other characters that are in this musical?
So we're looking for 16 actors to play Merlin and Arthur, who are teenagers. They both are really, really strong singers. Morgana and Nimue are sisters. They're both sorceresses, and it's the good witch, bad witch concept. Then we have Guinevere, who the boys find in the woods. And then finally we're looking for 11 people to play 2 to 3 characters each.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot, including 3 knights who will do some sword fighting with our fight choreographer, Zach Thompson. And then the other 8 folks will be all of the townspeople in 2 different towns.
Sounds like there's quite a bit of character work for the actors.
Yes.
How do you suggest that one prepare for the auditions?
Well, the first thing you can do is read the play. You can check it out from our business office. And then you can also pick up an audition packet, which will have the scenes and the song that will be taught at the audition. For crews, there's information in that packet as well, so you can find out more about that. And then for everybody, I recommend watching, if you want to watch something on TV, a lot of people like to see things. There is a series it was on BBC, now it's on the Sci-Fi Channel, called Merlin, and that'll give you a good feel for the style of the play and the world, along with the acting as well. The acting style that we'll be looking for, it's a little more realistic. Another thing you can watch is the Disney version of the story. It's called The Sword and the Stone. It'll give you a feel for the medieval times. The medieval time period, the 5th and 6th century, is a totally different, something we're not used to, so it gives a little bit of a feel for what things were like back then. It
sounds very exciting. I'm looking forward to it. If you'd like to audition, come down to the Carver Center Muzzy Studio on February 23rd and 24th at 4 p.m.